What's up, everybody? So I have been coaching many people for many years in multiple disciplines, and I've noticed that all successful people have this one thing in common, and it is their ability to handle pain. I don't mean physical pain, more kind of a mental pain or a discomfort, if you will. So I have coined it the pain pyramid, and I definitely have stolen it from the fitness industry. There's no doubt about that. What it is that highly successful people, they always do the hard thing first. They understand that if you do the hard thing now, it makes life easy later. Whereas if you take the easy path now, you end up on the hard path later. So let's look at a really simple example of that. If my alarm goes off and I take the easy option, I grab my phone and start scrolling, yeah, that's easy now. Come midday, my back and my neck is going to be really hurting, and I'm still going to be in my pajamas with all my teddy bears when there's lots and lots of things I need to be getting on with, and half the day's already gone. And now it's going to be 10 times harder to get on with things. Whereas if I take the hard option, I face the cold, I don't look at the phone, I just shut off the alarm, I don't go near the phone, I expose myself to the cold air, I get dressed, I brush my teeth, I get ready for the day before I go anywhere near my phone. Now things get easier from that point. So by taking the hard option initially, you end up having a much easier day. And I also like to do the hardest task first, so that might be brushing my teeth, for example, because it's very boring, very monotonous. The longer you leave it, the less like you want to do it, and the more harm that it causes you. Same with, let's just say, I finished a meal earlier on. I washed up immediately. I have trained myself to always do the hard thing straight away. The temptation is to grab my phone, start scrolling, go on social media, and just ignore the dishes and just leave them. But if you leave them and let them stack up, well, later on you're going to have loads more dishes to wash, and also the grime will actually get stuck to it. It will dry out and get stuck, and you'll have to scrub it 10 times harder and use way more washing up liquid and boiling water, and you'll have to work 10 times harder later on. So by taking the easy option, you would then end up having this massive stack of problems later on. So again, the successful person takes the hard path initially and has an easier rest of the day. Now, the other thing I then had to do was my laundry had just finished washing and I had to go and hang it out. And it is freezing cold outside. It's January right now. And I thought, I'm just gonna make a drink and do it later. But no, I made the drink, put the drink on the table, went out into the freezing cold and hung out the laundry. So again, take the hard path. And then what about, say, my guitar practice? Well, with guitar practice, I always do the hardest thing first, the thing that takes the most determination and grit and discipline. Always I do that first. And then from there, things get easier. And then I finish off with the thing that I love to do the most. That's how it works. If you want to have a really painful, uncomfortable life, take the easy path. If you want to have a really fun, enjoyable life, take the hard path. What's important to understand is not to be black and white about it, right? Not to think that if you miss one day or one moment or even a week or a month, doesn't matter, like, oh God, does that mean I'm a unsuccessful person, or does that mean I've failed? Like, no. Understand that you're gonna fall into that bracket. We all do. In fact, we are naturally hardwired to be that way. We are hardwired to save energy because energy is precious, and our bodies are still living in primal times where there isn't much food around and where we may have to conserve our energy and to take the path of least resistance. We are programmed to do that, and that's why exceptional people are exceptional people, because it takes so much discipline and emotional strength to take this path. And that's why they are successful. And that's why it is rare to be in this bracket because it is so difficult. So take pride in the fact that you're able to do this. Really embrace challenge, embrace discomfort, get excited about discomfort because it makes you an exceptional human being. Every time you do that, every time you lean into pain, hypothetical pain, not physical pain, each time you lean into that pain and that discomfort and fear, that makes you an incredible human being. But understand, it's very natural to fall into that place. We all do. Successful people fall into that bracket too. It's just that they understand it and they can catch themselves when they've been in there for too long, and they can gently ease themselves back into there. That's what it's about. It's not about never being in there and being some extreme David Goggins archetype where you never miss a workout or you never this or you never that. No, it's about being a balanced human being who does sometimes live in there like everyone else, but who is able to ease themselves back into this path again, and to notice when you're slipping into here, and to notice when you've been in there too long, and to gently have awareness and ease yourself back in here. Don't beat yourself up if you slip. Just slowly get back to where you need to be.